Yes, guys, welcome back. It's been a few days. I can't remember last time I did a Liverpool show. Euros eating up all the entertainment, so to speak, so far. But yeah, guys, we've got another Liverpool show to bring you tonight. We're going to talk about the Darwin Nunez situation. We're going to talk a bit about Arne Slot and transfer rumours, of course. But we are going to start. We're going to just quickly touch on England and that pile of trash we all just watched. And help me through this. I got my man K-Mac. K-Mac, how you doing, man? It's been a while. How was your weekend away?
It was brilliant. Had a fantastic time, and then came back to watch that crap.
Yes, it weren't good, man.
I'll tell you what, though, the Holland game was good.
Yeah, the Holland game. Holland
And
Australia.
the Italy game was good as well.
Yeah, there's been some good games, but England are...
Yeah, but it's not us. Not anyone in our group, actually, to be fair. All crap games.
It's dog. It's dog. Yeah. But big up everyone in the chat. I hope you're all doing good. Don't forget to go and hit that like button, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And don't forget to go and follow K-Mac as well. Booty Bad Boy says F England. Yeah, I'm pretty much with you, man. Yeah, as we say, look, we'll just get this England chat out the way with quickly because it has just happened. But yeah, England drawing 0-0 to Slovenia in dire football. Awful football. You know, Trent was the problem, so they took Trent out and put Gallagher in. Somehow England were. And then binned him at half time. Binned him at 45 minutes because it weren't going right. Yeah, this. Oh my God, it's absolute. It's dirt. But you know the dodgy thing about all this was. Do you know what the dodgy thing about all this is? England have the easiest side of the group. Out of the draw now, because I believe France, Germany, and Spain are all over on the other side of the draw.
Yeah,
and England have a pretty, not easy because you've got Portugal there and Italy, but Spain, Germany are definitely the teams you want to avoid, and France. But K-Mac, this England team, what's it about? What's going on?
The thing is, mate, and look, as much as I'd like to sit there and go, you know what, I want England to score 10 goals and look amazing and all of this stuff. Deep down as fans, we'll take 1-0s all the way to the final as long as we get a trophy.
Yeah.
And you just have to look at Southgate. He's a central defender and he wasn't very good. He didn't have a great England career either as a central defender, by the way. With the games that he played,
he's more famous for the Pizza Hut commercial.
Yeah, he's more famous for missing penalties and Pizza Hut, and waistcoats. Look, we're not going to play expansive, attacking football that amazing managers play when we haven't got an amazing manager, and we also haven't got a guy who doesn't know anything about attacking anyway because he's a central defender. We literally score a goal, and then it's just sit back. And look, it's going to be another easy run. It just is. We're going to end up getting to another semi-final or a final, and we're going to be crap. And he's going to get a new contract, and he's going to be applauded for it because he's the guy that got us the furthest.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's just the way it is. We just have to live with it.
I believe England could play Austria in the semi-final.
Yeah, it could be Austria or it could be Holland.
Well, we've got Holland in the quarters, ain't we?
That's who we got Holland in the quarters. Okay.
Yeah, so that Austria team would beat us. Face it.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just diabolical. I just want obviously the Liverpool players playing for England, like Trent. That's just obviously we know. I think Mika Richards put it perfectly this evening when he said Trent has been made the scapegoat in this England team, and I think it's all there to see now. It's all there to see now. Gary Neville, Wayne Rooney's, Alan Shearer's all going at him, and now they're all coming out and saying maybe Trent should play right back after the game. You can't make this up. They're all saying now, maybe Trent should play right back and Kyle Walker should play left back. You can't make it up. beginning of the tournament, Trent can't play right back. He's too much of a liability. Put Trent in midfield. Can't play Trent in midfield. He's not really a midfielder. By the way, Trent has the best stats of any English midfielder this tournament so far. For midfield stats, he has the best stats for any English midfielder. He's not playing today. Conor Gallagher comes in, who a lot of people wanted in there. Dog shit.
Awful.
I think he can touch the ball. He can press. Doesn't know how to.
Nearly gave a goal away.
Trent actually
nearly gave a goal away.
Yeah. It's just. And now
the best chance came from Gallagher's header. I think it was.
Yeah.
Like just a daft header to nowhere.
And now they're saying, "Oh, Trent should play right back after the game." Like Gary Neville, "Oh, Trent should play right back," and other pundits, "Oh, Trent maybe should play right back in the next game." It's like you've hung this guy out to dry. You're telling me he can't defend, he can't play right back, he's a liability. Although England's not won anything since 1966, by the way. But Trent's a liability. Can't play in midfield. Now they're like gagging for him to play right back. I feel for Trent, I do. Mentally,
can't defend. We've conceded one goal and it was like a screamer. Like that's it. Like, and we barely conceded any other chances. Like Pickford's had very little to do. I'm surprised Pickford hasn't like fell asleep in games.
I know.
Like to keep your concentration for that long. Think about it as well. Like Slovenia, like there's only like one player I've heard of, and he's the goalkeeper.
Yeah,
literally haven't heard of anybody.
No, is it last 16? I thought Euros went straight to the quarterfinals. Is it last 16 now? They made 16. It bigger. I can't remember, guys. I can't bloody remember.
I think we've got Holland. You know, I think Austria won the group, so I think Austria beat won their group. France first came second. So we'll play the wild card knockout, won't we?
Well, we got the Netherlands
second place.
No, they said England. They said it at the beginning of the tournament. If England win their group, they play whoever finished third in France and Holland's group.
That's Holland then,
because they assumed it would be Austria. I think all the pundits assumed it would be Austria.
Yeah, but Austria were really good. Really good.
Yeah, look at Ralph Rangnick setting up a team, making Man United look stupid, don't he? Sets up a team, play well. Yeah, it's just what gets me about England. It's all about defend under Gareth Southgate, and not what all these players are good at, and it's attack. England are power and pace. When any England manager, Gareth, get this.
Pace.
We are power and pace. Play your powerful, pacey players. That's what England's about. You got Cole. No, you got Anthony Gordon, who's England's best left winger this season in the Premier League. You know, play him.
See what he did when he came on.
Yeah, he's trying to kick the ball
out of play, but ran the ball out of play.
Yeah, but he's trying. The intent was there, weren't it?
He brought him on for like 3 minutes. Like, what are you supposed to do in 3 minutes?
I know, but I know he ran the ball out of play.
3 minutes.
I know he ran the ball out of play, but the intent was there, weren't it?
No, he tried to get behind.
Go. Cole Palmer was excellent when he came on, I thought.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just.
Imagine Gakpo knocks us out.
Tony's on form at the moment, by the way. It's disappointing. I just feel for Trent. You know, I just feel for Trent at the end of all this, because he has been hung out to dry by the media.
Yeah.
Now the media are gagging him for playback at right back again, because they've noticed that Kyle Walker does nothing at right back. And they're like, oh, play Trent at right back now. I'd be surprised if Trent is like, why am I bothering? Like, what? Why am I bothering?
I've said this, haven't I? Like it felt like there was an agenda to force Trent out of the Premier League.
Yeah,
it really did.
It feels.
It felt like it was an agenda to get him to move to Real Madrid. Like, honestly, it was just like it looked coordinated.
Yeah,
it's like Man City had gone round like giving out the good old bribees to all the media. Media were all over Trent, trying to force him out. Like, and look, we can say all we want about Trent. Trent came on today and had a shot, put in a really good cross. For some reason, didn't take that free kick.
Yeah,
no idea why he didn't take that free kick.
Well, yeah, because if Foden's taking it, all it's doing is going towards the goalkeeper.
Yeah,
from that angle.
Like, I'm not sure why Trent didn't take that, but he didn't.
But the intent
came on
was
and played in midfield, and then and then played as a right back as well. It was all a bit like I don't know. But if he'd have scored that, if he'd scored that shot at the end, I was like, it's written in the stars. Is Trent's going to score the winner?
It's written in the stars that Trent's going to say Southgate's career. That's what's going to happen. And then he just shut.
It is going to happen.
Yeah, and people will come back. Oh, we should play more. Big up Scottish Bear. Lovely thing to say. This is my favourite podcast.
We need someone to put a decent set piece in as well. Like bloody hell.
Well, yeah,
we are awful at set pieces.
Yeah,
like we used to be amazing. Like I'm literally sat there going, God, we could really do with Maguire now, you know.
Yeah,
that's really bad.
Is it me or did Trippier used to do a good delivery back in the day?
Not anymore.
It's like he can't kick the ball now.
First man, like all of them's first man. Like all the corners are poor as well. Like really,
it's mad. Big up Scottish Bear, by the way, says this is my favourite podcast of any platform, especially when K-Mac is on with Jamie. Yeah, man, we give you as many facts as we can, you know. Big up you, man. Appreciate it, love. Yeah, and all that. Let's talk about some other Liverpool players, you know, playing internationally at the moment, you know, in this tournament. Obviously, Cody Gakpo, 2 goals in 3 games for the Dutch left wing. He looks good at left wing, don't he? I don't know if a certain manager ever thought about playing him there.
It's weird that it feels like that could be his position.
Yeah, it's weird,
that could be his position, you know, Jamie.
You know, this Dutch left winger looks quite good at left wing. Yeah. He's got something about him, Cody, ain't he? He's got something about him.
Yeah, he has.
Has he got the dribbling skills of Diaz? No, but he's got more end product than Diaz. And that's not a hurtful thing to say for people coming at us. It's facts. He's more direct. He's, you know, that bit, that's his thing now, that little touch that comes inside and pulls, and that ball into the corner. That beautiful technique.
Yeah,
you know, he should have had an assist as well, apart from that midfielder swayed it wide by a million miles. Yeah, he could have 2 GA day. I believe he was Holland's top goal scorer at the World Cup.
Yeah, he was last time round.
Is he their top goal scorer so far this Euros?
Did he get 3?
Yeah,
goals in the last World Cup.
He's got 2 now. Yeah. My left winger.
under some really terrible managers, by the way.
Yeah, Ronald Koeman, man. Ronald Koeman.
Terrible managers. Like,
big up, Colin. Much love to you, man. Come on, guys. Like James says, big up, James. I don't know if you're new around here, James. Big up to you, man. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Appreciate it. It is a late night show, so I do appreciate you all in here. Big up, Max. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Big up, my man, Connor. Connor's been on it all night on all the platforms. Big up, Connor. How you doing well, man? Yeah, Cody is doing bits. Yeah, Cody's doing bits. Let's talk about another Liverpool player playing for his country this Euros.
Szoboszlai. Are you going to bring a video up there? Are you going to bring a video?
No.
I thought you were going to bring up a video or something. I was waiting for something to pop up.
Dominic Szoboszlai.
Okay. I personally don't think he's fit.
He don't look it. Something don't look right, does it, K-Mac?
No, it doesn't look right.
Something don't look right because look, he's playing that free role where he has ability to play through the middle or both sides of the pitch. You know, where he likes to play. He receives the ball a lot. It's not like he's ghosting games, but yeah, something don't look right about him, does it? It's a bit worrying at the moment because, you know, from Christmas till the end of the season, he weren't the same player. This tournament, he don't look on it. Hungary had just been knocked out as well, by the way, with that Slovenia draw. They took Hungary's spot in that. They took Hungary's spot. So Hungary are going home. So Szoboszlai's going home.
I think that's a good thing. Like, get him, you can get rest.
I want all our Liverpool players to get home early. I'll be selfish, you know what I'm saying? But what do you think he's up with? Is he injured? Is there something else not quite right? What do you think it is? Because he does look a bit. He don't look strong either at the moment, does he?
No, it feels like it feels like he's like there was too much expectation, and maybe he put too much pressure on himself, and because he hit the ground like a house on fire, like, didn't he? Like, he was banging in screamers, and we were just like, oh my God, we've got a monster on our hands here, and then and then the wheels kind of fell off because he got injured, and he kind of burnt himself out. And then he got brought back, and then he got injured again. And I don't feel like he's really fitted. He's really fitted into the position that he's been put into, because I don't think that's his trait. Like, but then you've got this competition as well, where he's like the youngest captain in the Euros ever, and all of this media hype on him, and he's going to save Hungary. They're going to be the dark horses, and he's going to be, all of this. Like, I just think there's a lot to put on a 23-year-old's shoulders. And he's not really been that type of guy, by the way.
No.
Like, the way you get young players that thrive in the spotlight, and they thrive off that attention. Dom's not like that. He's a quiet person. Like, all of his personal life is personal. Like, his dad kept him away from all of that. Like, if you just look at his past, you don't really see anything about him. Like, he's not that type of guy, and he's been thrust into a situation in the last 2 years where he is that guy now, and I don't think he's coped with it well. Like, psychologically, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I hear that. I mean, a move to Liverpool. He's a young guy. It's a big move. Yeah, it makes sense, man. It does make sense.
To wear the number 8 shirt as well, mate. Like, poof. Talk about pressure on yourself.
I think Scottish Bear might have it here. Just needs to fake like a bit of a break.
Yeah, he does.
Bit of a break.
And he's wearing the number 8 shirt. Sorry, I said that again. But he's like that
carries weight, man. Carries weight. There's no doubt about that.
Look at the number 9 that Nunez has got. They carry a lot of weight, those shirt numbers.
It does, because it tells you you're the man, and you're taking that precious number. It is a spotlight on you. But look, I am worried about Dom, but let's give him this little holiday now. Look, look, they're not officially out Hungary yet, but there's some teams playing tomorrow that if they win their games or get a draw, it'll probably see Hungary eliminated. So, they're not officially out yet, but they probably will be.
The thing about it as well, I've actually watched some of the Hungary games, and he hasn't played that badly. Like, he's put in some really good balls. That guy, I don't know what his name is, Bolger or Bolliger. He just
they're bollocks.
Score.
Yeah, they're
shit.
I mean, he's obviously
obviously playing with really big chances.
Apart from the fullback that plays for Bournemouth, they're not. Hungary ain't blessed, are they? No. That's always going to be a problem.
He also put the ball through for the guy that scored the equaliser.
Yeah, he's got a good assist.
That was a good assist.
Yeah,
and
he also bits about his game.
He might have saved that guy's life by getting the bloody people with the stretcher on. For some reason, they weren't coming on the pitch. I don't know what that was about.
Joey Tom makes a good point, mate. Apparently, the breakup with his girlfriend proper messed him up. I mean, if it did, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
I mean, that's fair enough. A breakup, if it is, he's a young guy, so he probably thought it was the one. That sort of breakup can hurt, definitely. But it's been a while now. I mean, what is it? Almost July.
He's in a new country on his own, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe
psychologically, I think it's affected him. Maybe Klopp going as well. Maybe that really did.
Maybe it affected him as well. Maybe he's just one of these blokes who just need a little slap, a little wake yourself up a little bit.
He needs a slap. Old
school parenting. You know what I mean? Sort your shit out.
That's it. Slot's going to come in and do that, isn't he?
Sort your shit out. Grow up.
Yeah.
That's what you said. That's what I brought up on. We're that age group though, but we were brought up like that. You didn't moan them. If you were moping and all that around your parents, weren't it? Back then, you'd be like, "Sort your shit out."
I'll give you something to cry about.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he just needs that. Maybe he just needs that. Some people,
tough love.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up. Appreciate the love. And my parents gave me the wooden spoon. You know, the same, man. What have Liverpool play? Right. Let's go out of the Euros. Let's take a little aeroplane ride to South America and stop off at Uruguay and talk about one Darwin Nunez, shall we? So Darwin's coming for a bit of, again, criticism the last 24, 48 hours in the Uruguay game. I noticed it myself. And look, me and K-Mac always say this about everyone. Criticizing players is all right. There's nothing wrong criticizing players. But sometimes I think with Darwin at the moment, and I'm not saying anyone here does it or me and K-Mac or anyone like that, majority just people online that you see, I think are taking it sometimes a step just a bit too far at the moment with their dislike and their negative ways. Look, did he miss a couple of sitters for Uruguay? Yeah, he did, yeah. But he smashed in a beautiful volley, right? And his goal tally for Uruguay is what I want his Liverpool tally to be. Do you know what I mean? If he was getting this Liverpool tally that he's got for Uruguay right now, we're all loving life. Let's face it. He's in a bit of form.
We got 9 in 5 in it. Is it 9 in 5?
It's a mad rate at the moment. And look, you and me, we have criticised Darwin, and a lot of us have criticised Darwin, and rightfully so. We feel like he should be improving and getting better for us. You know, we've put a lot into him. It's an expensive transfer. Obviously, a lot of people see a lot in him, and we've been critical, and rightfully so. There's nothing wrong with that. But do you think sometimes we came out that people are just always looking for the negative in Darwin at the moment, even on international duty? So I don't know, saw it the last couple of days. It's like his name's just popping up again because, you know, he misses too many. And even if he scores a great goal, no one concentrates on that. They just concentrate on the miss. Do you think it's getting a bit too much on that negative side now?
I even think when they went after him on social media and talked about his family and stuff like that, it's just horrible. Like that's unacceptable. Like he's a human being. He's a human being, and you know, I know we all look at these like idols sometimes, but they're just human beings. Like we've literally just had a conversation about, you know, Dom maybe needed a slap around the head, and like, you know, get on with it. Like I think this guy needs a hug. Like I think he's a very like quite immature, if I'm honest. Like he's a 25-year-old, but he's probably like a 20-year-old. Like he's quite young-natured, and you know, the Copa America, he scored. That was the second. That put them 2-0 up. That goal.
Yeah,
that was an important goal in that game, wasn't it? Because that put them 2-0 up, and then they scored
the game that won it.
Yeah. So it's like that was an important goal. He's been really good for Uruguay. I do feel that playing for Uruguay seems to take a lot of pressure off him.
Yeah, I agree.
For some reason, maybe the way they play,
he seems more comfortable.
Have to get involved as much.
He does. He does feel more comfortable. He seems more comfortable. Yeah. I mean, look, 9 goals and 1 assist in his last 6 games for Uruguay.
It's really good.
See,
he scored 2 against Brazil last year, didn't he? Like he scored them against good teams.
Now, I think Darwin came out and did an interview after the game talking about I'm going to miss chances. It's going to happen. A lot of strikers miss chances. That the only striker that missed more chances than Darwin last season was Haaland.
Was the top goal scorer.
But he also scores a lot of goals, yeah? And that's always what we've been critical with Darwin is that, you know, he has a lot about his game that I think a lot of us actually like and can see the potential in him. But he is getting older, so the potential word has to stop when you're around 25, in my opinion. You shouldn't have potential at 25. You should be done. You should be ready to conquer the world at 25 as a footballer. For me, like the other day, I'm scrolling social media and I looked at his volley and I'm like, yeah, that's Darwin. Darwin's actually got a good volley. His technique for volleys is actually really good. You know, you go and look at that. He's actually himself. That's one of his strengths, actually. His technique on volleys are good. I was like, that's a great goal. Great goal. I didn't see the misses. Obviously, so people put up things about his misses, and a lot of people. And what I'm trying to say is, too many people concentrated on that part of this game, and no one really mentioned the goal he got really set Uruguay up to win the game.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, yeah, you can be critical. He missed a couple, but look at the goal he scored. But I think we're all too busy now going, right, Darwin's missed again. And that's the headline. That's the focal point. A bit like, Trent getting railroaded is for England and the scapegoat and all that.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that at the moment, ain't
it? Doesn't matter what he does now. There's going to be hate. Like, he could score 10 goals, but he hit the post with one. We also had another really good Uruguayan who used to hit the post a lot as well.
Yeah. But look, I think we can all agree Darwin's never going to be a clinical striker.
No,
he's never going to be, right? But Mo Salah's not a clinical finisher, but he scores shitloads of goals.
Yeah,
you don't have to always be clinical to score a lot of goals, and I'm just hoping. Look, Darwin, I don't know how you guys, but I'm not going to give him excuses at all. I do think there is a bit of homesickness for Darwin because he does talk like when he plays for his international team, he feels different. Obviously, he feels home. He says, he talks in his own, like he talks Spanish with everyone, and everyone can communicate easily. I just feel like this season coming up for Darwin's an important season because if Darwin doesn't kick on this season, I think that's probably the end of him, ain't it, K-Mac? This year. Yeah. If he doesn't kick on, he needs to kick on this season. If he doesn't, I think that's him finished.
I don't know how the chat feel about this, but I actually think that change of manager is really going to help him because I personally don't think he had a great relationship with Klopp.
Well, we saw the end, didn't we? It's a bit weird, wasn't it?
Klopp threw him under the bus for not learning the language. Like, Jesus Christ, like I don't know a second language. Like, you know what I mean? It's a really hard thing to do, is to learn the language.
Yeah.
And especially when you're in a team with a lot of people that speak that language, like, do you really need to learn it? I don't know. I thought that was a bit of a cheap shot by Jurgen, and then dropping him a lot, and then obviously the fans being on his case, and then bringing him back in, and then when he hits form again, you then take him back out the team. Like, I think it'll really help him, and the fact that Jurgen's actually admitted that he's actually played players in the wrong positions and actually not helped them. I mean, he said it with Nunez, he said it with Gapco, he said it with Elliott. Like, he literally came out and said, "Look, I've not helped these players." Like, well, why are you doing it? Like, why are you not helping your players? Like if we could have got 10 more goals off Nunez, we could have won the treble.
It's gonna be interesting with Darwin next season with Arne Slot, as you say, because is it Jimenez he had that final?
Yeah,
and he coached him to play a certain way that helped his abilities for final.
Basically said to him, don't be doing any of that other stuff. Like, don't be making all of those blind runs, and don't be going wide, and stick to where you need to be and score your goals.
Yeah,
and that's what Nunez does for Uruguay. Like, he plays for Uruguay in a patch of grass, like in a straight line in this patch of grass. He very rarely comes out of it. Like, you don't really see him doing all of the midfield stuff where you're winning the ball back in midfield and playing it left and right and making all these blind runs and stuff like that. He stays in the area that he needs to stay in. And I mean, he scored he scored 9 goals in 5 games or 6 games. Obviously, that proves the point. Yeah, I know he plays on grass, but
he meant like a particular area of the pitch. Yeah.
I know he plays on grass. It's not that late.
With Darwin, look, I know a lot. I've seen people talk about this as well. Maybe Slot can help Darwin and mature his game or help his game. And I've seen a lot of Liverpool fans coming out and like debating this and saying, look, you arguably had Jurgen Klopp, who's one of the best coaches at developing forwards. When you look at the forwards he's had in his career as a manager, and you thought, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I get that. You're right. But sometimes, for whatever reason, somebody just don't click with someone. Even if that bloke is like, even if that person's the greatest manager in the world or the greatest human being, like sometimes someone just don't click with someone. It just don't, even if he's so great, and for some reason it's not clicking, it's not working out, it's not getting through what he really wants him to do. And Slot comes in and can just take him on his own and go, right, this is what I want you to do. I don't want you linking up. I want you running in behind. And I want you on the width for the 18-yard box. Don't worry about dropping deep, going down the width, the wide areas, just down the edge of the 18-yard box. Play off the shoulder. We'll play balls into you. Don't play balls to feet. Through balls, crosses, tacking posts, tacking keepers, tacking the penalty area. That if you tell Darwin maybe to do that and forget everything else surrounding him, and he's just got that to concentrate on, he might be. It might help him. It might benefit him. He might get, 5 or 7 more goals playing that way. And if people might say, Jamie, 5 or 7 more goals, not great. But if you go if he gets 7 more goals playing that way, that's 18 Premier League goals next season. So
means a lot. That means
it's a massive jump from the 11 he obviously had. So yeah, maybe there's way. That's what I would do with Darwin, because I do think he's got this year. If Slot can't get anything out of him next year that way, and Klopp couldn't get anything out of him, I think Richard Hughes and the rest of the team look at it and go, right,
let's cut our losses now.
Let's cut our losses
and look, they will make a loss.
Yeah, and look for a transfer for him, because it ain't going well. But I think as well that, I don't know about you, K-Mac, but I actually think, this might sound mad, but I think Darwin actually played better when Mo weren't in the team. And right. I know he's got a lot of assists for Mo this season.
Yeah.
They look like they play quite. It's quite. I think it's a myth that they play well
the
together.
Other way.
I think
to him.
Yeah, it's Darwin to Mo.
He doesn't score them.
Mo. It's. I think Darwin looks a little bit better when Mo ain't playing, because he has a bit more freedom, to attack areas of the pitch.
It
and under Klopp, we were never really good with an out-and-out 9, were we? We are built as a false 9 team.
Yeah.
And I think some ways, Klopp said he wanted him to learn parts of the game where he wanted to defend from the front, link play and all that, like Bobby used to do, but then still go and score goals. And I just felt that might have affected him a little bit. But I say, these can be all seen as excuses as well for him just not being good enough, which I take wholeheartedly as well, and probably does K-Mac. But I just want to see what he can do one more year under Arne Slot. New manager, new system, new coaching. So don't forget, there's no Pep Linders there. Everything's different. The training's going to be different. The coaching will be a bit different. The fitness regime will probably be a bit different. The recovery might be a bit different. Everything's going to change. So I think it's just worth giving him that one more year, K-Mac. And if it don't work, then off you go.
I agree. The interesting thing about the Mo thing as well is it did feel like whoever you put up front with Mo would always look for Mo.
Mm-hmm.
And wouldn't do the hard stuff themselves. They wouldn't take the chances themselves. It was always trying to find Mo. I didn't like that. So we went on our best run when we had Jota, Gakpo, Jota, Nunez, and Diaz as the front three. And they played really well. We won loads of games. We went on like a 2-month unbeaten run or something. Like beat Arsenal, obviously in the cup, and then unfortunately, which always seems to happen, we either have Jota or Salah missing in that time period. So Salah came back, Jota got injured, then Salah got injured, then we didn't have Jota or Salah.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, we had to rely on those two. and they weren't good enough. Like they just
Yeah.
went towards the end of the season.
That's the truth, man. That's the truth.
Yeah.
And we're with you, man. If it don't work for Darwin next year, excuses have run out, and let's go.
It'll be gone.
No doubt about it. I agree, man. I agree. I think all of us I think most of us would love Darwin just to prove everyone wrong, get like a 20-odd goal Premier League goal season, as a forward, and we'll be like, yeah, that's better. That's what we want, and we want to be proved wrong. I'm not going to build my hopes up around it personally, but I hope he does well. But he's doing well for Uruguay right now, and if he's happy, he might bring that happiness into pre-season, and that form continues.
The thing is as well, and I'm big in Nunez for this as well, by the way. Some of our most unbelievable games last season, he won them. Like he scored winners. Like
he did.
We should have got nothing against Newcastle away. He came off the bench, scored 2 absolute screamers. We shouldn't have got anything against Nottingham Forest, and he pops up with a winner there. Like he's important. Like he scores important goals. I just want him to score the easy chances. Like just put it away. The easy chances. We had so many of them. Just a few more of them, and we're all happy. Honestly.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Or square it.
Yeah, we just want him to. What we're basically saying is like, one more year, last lot of excuses, new manager, new coaching, new all this sort of stuff this season. He's playing well for Uruguay at the moment. He's got 9 goals in 6 Uruguayan matches, and then an assist as well. If he can carry on that good form at Uruguay, keep the happiness and bring that form and happiness with him to Liverpool in pre-season, and keep going and keep that form going, you never know. You never know. I want him to do it. I think we all would love him to be that player. I'm going to have my doubts still, because the last 2 years have proved that, really. So, yeah, I still going to have my doubts. I still have my doubts on him. I still have my doubts, but
I'd rather have the other guy sold.
Right, let's go to that. Luis Diaz, because I know it's K-Max on, but so Luis Diaz. So I don't know if anyone saw him playing for Colombia last night, and there was video clips put up of him on Twitter and stuff like that about him holding on the ball for far too long, taking about 3 players on,
dazzling,
going backwards. Yeah, going backwards,
no goals,
and then just hoofing a ball into the box, and it was cleared. And then people in the comments were going, "Oh, that's the Diaz I want at Liverpool," and everyone in the comments replying was, "That is the Diaz we have at Liverpool." Luis Diaz, man, Luis Diaz. I think Luis Diaz. I think Luis Diaz will leave Liverpool this summer.
Yeah, and I think it'll be less than 70 million. What Connor's just wrote.
You've
been on too many shows today, mate. We're not getting 70 million from Barcelona.
I've seen somewhere now at Liverpool will take 45 for him.
Yeah, and down payments as well. Probably IOUs and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, so Deco from Barcelona really wants. So Barcelona trying to sell Rafinha? They won't get rid of Rafinha, and Deco, I think, is like basically in charge of transfers at Barcelona. He wants his choices: Luis Diaz or Nico Williams. Now, with Nico Williams wants 300 grand a week, which is just
that's the hardest thing for Barcelona is wages.
Yeah.
So being a guy who's on mega bucks, like at least with Nunez, he'll probably get like 80 or 100, and he'll be fine. He's on 50 now, I think 54 or something. I think Barca. I think Barca will sell Rafinha. I think he'll go to the Middle East.
Yeah, if they get money for Rafinha, I think they just come knocking on Liverpool's door. And look, I think Luis Diaz at Barcelona completely cooks. I think he does. I think it'll suit his game. I don't think Luis. I know people. I'll get down on Luis Diaz a lot. It's not me hating on him. I just think that I've always said it. He's got shitloads of talent, and I want to see more from him. And I don't see enough from him with the talent that man actually has in his locker. That's why I get so peed off, man. And I know Nico Williams is a rat, but Nico Williams' stats are meaty. You know,
I told you this, didn't I, a while ago?
100. I read it
I
the
don't
other
get
day.
it.
I read it yesterday. I think it was like 106 La Liga games and
Yeah.
like 19 goals.
I think it's less than that, mate.
It is so shit. And he wants 300 grand a week. Nah, you're all right. I mean, he's just a younger version of Luis Diaz, and
You're not gonna give a 21-year-old the same wages that Virgil van Dijk's on. Like,
no,
it's
I
just
don't know where.
never
I
gonna
don't know
happen.
where. I don't know where he's getting
Liverpool
300
aren't
grand a
going to
week
break
from.
their wage structure for this kid. We're just not. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know where he's going to get 300 grand a week from. It's look.
I mean, to be fair, he did an interview. I think it was yesterday, actually, or day before, and he actually said, "I have no idea where all of these rumours are coming from because I'm happy with my club. I've just signed a new contract. Like, I don't want to leave."
Who said that?
That was from him.
Who said that?
That was from Nico Williams.
Yeah, well, yeah, Nico, we spell your bullshit. Which, I mean, this rumour's
He
going
does want to
to be
go to
too
Barcelona, though. By the way, he does want to go to Barcelona.
Yeah, I think a Nico Williams and a Luis Diaz absolutely tremendous at Barcelona because, you know, the way I think, especially Luis Diaz, a Spanish-speaking country is suiting to the ground. The way Barcelona play, the pitch sizes, the atmosphere, the time, the more time you have on the ball, the less pressing, the less aggression. I think that's why when you watch Diaz in international football for Colombia, sometimes people go, bloody hell, where's that Diaz for Liverpool sometimes? And it's like the aggression ain't there in international football. No one's going to go smashing him like they do in Premier League games, mark him out of the game, press him up tight, you know, anything like that.
Give him space. They give him space as well.
So he's got space, and Diaz is so good on the ball. You give that man space, he's going to do things. He's a fantastic player.
But he'll do things.
He won't cry or hoof it in the box and hope for the best. But I do think he's the one. I do think he's the one that could leave Liverpool this summer. Okay, let's talk about Jota as well because he got injured again for Portugal. I don't
fatigue,
know
muscle fatigue.
Muscle fatigue. That
Anything
makes sense.
with muscle just makes me go, oh god.
I mean, it makes sense. He ain't played a lot, got that injury. Makes sense. I hear it. But again, with Jota came back, is that a worry for you, Jota? Because I think we all sit here and love him as a player. Yeah. None of us are going to knock him as a footballer. He's arguably our best finisher. Yeah. But are these injuries now a concern? Because he seems to just be picking them up no matter what at the moment. And it's a play.
That's brilliant. Have you read that? Chilius.
Rumours about Liverpool getting rid of it's made of Weetabix. Look, I'm with. Look, I think there is a view like Michael Edwards. There was a comment from Michael Edwards and the board at Liverpool and the people behind the scenes, his group, talking about the injuries have been a problem for the last couple of years, and it's always the same players. You know, the same players constantly getting problems.
Yeah,
and Jota's one of them. Yep. None of us are going to sit here and dismiss his quality. His quality is there to be seen. If a fit Jota plays all season, you're looking at 20 plus Premier League goals easy. But he's not going to do that, is he? He's not going to stay fit.
No.
What do you do with Jota came out? If you're sporting director at Liverpool, what are you doing with Jota? Are you going, this is your last year? Or are you looking for a club for him?
I think what you should do with him, I think you should probably just get someone in to assess him and see whether you can manage him. Like, I just think he's so talented. Like just look at Portugal. Like, I think he's been on the pitch for about less than 15 minutes,
and he calls his mayhem.
And he caused two really good chances and scored.
Yeah.
He's there. Like, he's such a good player. Like, when Ronaldo finally stops playing, which I don't know, maybe Jota will be 30 when Ronaldo finally finishes playing, because he wants to play till he's in his 40s, doesn't he now?
Yeah.
Like, he'd be great up front for Portugal. Like, you get loads of goals, but he's never going to be that guy when Ronaldo's there. But can he be that guy for Liverpool? Like, can he? Like, or shall we just have him as a guy that can only play half a season? Like, is that what you do?
Are they happy with that? Are they? And is that why they're looking
Is
at
he
another
like an
forward?
Isak? Because Isak's like that, by the way. Like, everyone
Yeah.
wants Isak. Isak's only half a season player. Like, and he always has been. He's always been injured, and you only get half a season worth of him. Can you handle that? Like, to have him for half a season, and to be a guy that might just break down. Like,
Yeah.
I know some of his injuries were bad tackles, and
His
I
last
know
one
that.
weren't his fault, to be fair, was it?
No,
At Liverpool.
No. But like muscle fatigue, well, that's just
being
tired.
If that person landed on Salah's knee, would Salah have got injured?
Well,
that's what. But my brain sometimes thinks like that. I say like it weren't Jota's fault because
he did 2 of our players in that game.
Yeah, I know, he's a dirty bastard.
Prick.
But some might see. My brain thinks like this sometimes. Like
we
can't.
It was Norgard, wasn't it?
Yeah, the lump. We can't blame Jota for the injury because the bloke fell on top of Jota when his leg was out straight, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like if that was Salah or someone else, would their knee have gone? You know what I mean? I have that little thinking sometimes in my head, like, does Jota look after himself? I know he loves FIFA a lot. Is he looking after his body correctly?
You know what that reminded me of? Do you remember when?
That is true, by the way.
The other guy that was made a Weetabix for Liverpool, Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Oh yeah,
remember he hyperextended his.
When he just went for a run.
Yeah,
he just went for a run. It was a great run.
He went the other way, and I'm just like, oh god.
It was a great run. Wasn't it pre-season?
Yeah.
He picked up the ball in our half and ran away to the other goal, and then he just collapsed on the floor. And it's like, right, I think gone. Never saw him again all season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just running, and you didn't see him for a year after that.
It's quite scary, isn't it? It's quite scary.
But you bring out a good point, like, and it's a great discussion point to have on Jota, actually, because do the club look at him and go, yeah, we know he's got injuries issues, and he might only play 30 games max all season. But then 30 games, is there anyone better? That, like, if we sell him, if we sell him, who we go get, that could probably be better. Like, you can go and get a player that might get Jota's stats in 60 games that Jota does in 30.
Yeah.
So the club look at that and go, yeah, his injury concerns are an issue, but if he only plays 30 games in a season and scores like 14 goals, which, by the way, I think he did this season.
Yeah, he did.
Then I would probably be reluctant to let that kind of player go.
And he's not on huge wages, by the way. I think he's on 100.
Yeah, it's not his wages.
40, 100. I think he's on roughly that. But he is a star player, by the way. And he's a star player in any team.
Yeah, exactly. And Liverpool kept hold of Daniel Sturridge for that same reason.
Yeah.
Because Daniel Sturridge would come back from injury and bang, he'd be on it straight away.
Yeah.
And Liverpool
and also what Jota is as well, which is a rare breed, to be honest. He's really good off the bench as well. Like, he comes off the bench and plays well.
Yeah, it makes an impact.
Off the bench. Scoring off the bench and scoring in games after you've been out for a while is a really hard thing to do as a striker, to kind of hit the ground running straight away. But Jota does. Do you remember when he, I think it was not last season, the season before, when he was out injured, and then we brought him in and he was scoring, but he was crap. Like, really, really bad in the games. But he was still scoring. And you're like, he looks drunk. Like, he looks like he's never kicked the ball in his life. And then he kept on scoring. And you're like, this is Jota. Like, this is what Jota's about. Like, he does absolutely nothing in the game and scores a winner.
He's a predator in the box as well.
Predator,
he comes alive, man.
Like I've said before, he's like Ian Rush. He will just find the goal no matter what.
Well,
it doesn't matter how you do it, how pretty it is, just get it in the net.
I think that's why Carragher said last season that he's Liverpool's best finisher, because if you actually look at Jota's number and minutes per game for goals, I believe it's So I've read it somewhere
than
last
Orange.
season. I read it last season because no penalties. You don't take penalties.
No.
So for no penalty goals, his minutes to goal ratio was the best in the Premier League, apparently.
Yeah, probably.
It's just, and did the club look at that and go, yeah, his injuries are an issue. We probably should let him go. Get someone a little bit more reliable, could play 50 games a season and give us results. But is that player going to be better than Jota, even though he plays 30 games? And that's a discussion that, football clubs have. It's always very easy to go, right, let's just let Jota go and get so-and-so. But is that so-and-so going to be better in that short space of time than Diogo Jota? And that's a thing they're going to have to fix.
I mean, let's be honest, mate. If every club could do that, then you wouldn't have all of these clubs who are getting relegated with like 10 points, 20 points, because they haven't got a striker that can score goals. Finding a forward who can score goals regularly in the Premier League is one of the hardest things you can do. It just is. It's the hardest league in the world to score in. Like, it really is. And we've got a guy that just does it on a regular basis. Like 1 in every 2 games, he'll get you a goal. They're just his numbers. Like, they're just what they are. Like, yeah.
And that being said,
it's hard.
Yeah, exactly. But with that being said, Liverpool, a lot of journalists are coming out of it now. Liverpool are proper in the market for a forward. Now, I know this is pissing the fan base off a bit because, we'll talk about it in a bit, but the number 6 position is on everyone's lips. I think most Liverpool fans are like, I don't care who we buy, but number 6 has to be the first thing. If we don't buy a 6, it's disastrous. But Liverpool are linked with a forward. Now, I don't think this will be the case, but I literally do think they're looking for maybe someone who can play right wing and give Mo a bit of a break. Might be looking at like 2 right wingers, 2 left wingers, and your 2 number 9s in Jota and Darwin. But they are definitely looking at a forward, and I don't think they're looking to even sell anyone to buy a forward. But do you think, K-Mac, that they might be looking at a forward now, like a younger forward? I think they're probably going to look between the ages of 20 and 23 for me, that kind of age range, certain profile, quick, dribble, got an eye for goal, direct. That sort of like, I think that's the pace. That's because we've said it numerous times. Liverpool are getting a bit slow on the counter attack with our front three. That if Darwin ain't playing, do you think that might be the case here? Like we're looking at a forward to come in without even selling anyone, and then as the summer window goes on, if an offer comes in for say Luis Diaz, they're like be happy to take it because they've already got their forward in. They'd be happy to have 6, then they'd be happy to have 5, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, it makes sense that we get a guy who's going to replace Mo eventually, because Mo's going to leave eventually. Like, if he's not going to sign a new contract, then he'll leave on a free next year, which he might, or we might get a new contract out of him. I don't know. Like looking at Mo looks like he'd be like Ronaldo, where he plays till he's like 39. Like,
he looks incredible shape at the moment.
He's in incredible shape. He's got like a 16 pack.
Yeah, it's mad, and he's got new hair, man.
He's had a hair transplant as well.
Like, yeah, exactly. He's ready to go.
Mo's rested now, and he's not going to be on AFCON for another year or so.
2026.
He might not even play it then. He might quit by then.
Well,
you don't know.
AFCON's not next year because UEFA in there, FIFA in their stupid ways have decided.
I don't even know we'll let him go, mate. It's in the middle. It's like right at the end of the season.
Yeah,
well, it's like the running.
FIFA in their madness have decided to put the World Club Championships as an actual tournament, ain't they?
They just forgot about Africa. Like, it's an entire continent. They're just like, we'll find a place to put them in.
Yeah, they're like, oh, why can't AFCON be in the summer? Because it's 2,000 degrees. What do you? That's why it's in January.
It's like 2,000 degrees in January anyway. There.
Yeah, it's like you want to play them in the summer. Jesus Christ, man. But it's interesting. I came at this. Name me some forwards you think Liverpool might be looking at, man.
I mean, I wanted Elise.
Well, he's
So if
gone.
Elise goes to Bayern, then it looks like Kingsley Coman's going, and Kingsley Coman has had a offer from a unnamed Premier League team. It's not going to be us because he's always injured.
Yeah, and
So,
his wages are probably mad.
yeah, you can rule us out for that. But that's an interesting one because I thought maybe it was Sane that would go. I've also noticed that we're linked with players that aren't young as well, which is a bit of a mad one. Like we're linked with like 29-year-olds and 30-year-olds and stuff. That's just ignore that. That's just not. That's not Edwards Hughes ammo.
I think they've already said this summer they're going to be looking for players between 20 and 23.
Yeah, 2023. Yeah. Interesting one is Quava, the Georgian.
Krava. Yeah, just Krava.
Yeah, who hasn't really played that well in the Euros, by the way. I've been a little bit underwhelmed by him.
Does play for Georgia, to be fair.
But he could be got because he wants to leave, and they've had 3 managers in like 2 years, and his dad doesn't like the way he's being treated, and he's still on low wages, by the way. He's still on about 30 grand, by the way.
Yeah, well, Napoli ain't going to play monster wages, are they?
So
he's gettable. There's no doubt about it. He's gettable.
He could be got at. Obviously, Nico Williams. I just don't read into the Nico Williams one. He doesn't want to leave Spain. He's on bonkers wages. Bakayoko makes sense. He's a guy we've looked at.
I think the club like him as well.
Yeah,
I think the club do like him.
He looks decent. The guy from Mainz. I can't remember.
It's the beginning of O. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from. I think he's Kosovan, I think.
Yeah, there's a certain player I've never heard of that Liverpool are looking at.
There's him. There's another guy called Gula who plays for Real Madrid who we're looking at.
I think it's
maybe we put a cheeky bid in for him because we looked at him last time.
It's definitely
didn't fancy him. Yeah, I've just said that. Yeah,
Gouda, yeah.
Turkish kid. What a goal he scored in the Euros, by the way.
I don't think Madrid will let him go. That's the problem.
They've got a lot of players who can play in those positions. A lot.
True, but
then there's also the obvious one, who I do think we could get if we really did throw the kitchen sink at it, and it's Rodrigo.
Yeah, I think Rodrigo is gettable next summer because they got Endrick coming in and Mbappe coming in, and Endrick, if anyone knows, he's going to be a superstar. So. And then Mbappe's a superstar already. I do think Rodrigo's gettable. There's also another.
He's got a price. Like they've literally said, it's 123 million.
Yeah, if Liverpool want to leave it. Liverpool want to rock the world. I'm with you. If Liverpool want to rock the world, go and get him. There's another name as well, and the Eze has been coming up now.
Injury.
He's got injury prone, but I'll tell you what, I fucking love him.
I know he's good. He's good.
I absolutely love that kid. I think Eze will leave Palace. I know it's shit on Palace because they're losing all their best players. It shouldn't happen. Everyone should go cherry pick them.
They'll lose Gahey as well after this.
Well, that's if they don't price. That's if they don't price Gahey out. That's the problem.
Yeah.
With Eze, I think he's got a release clause.
Yeah, it's another 60 million.
Yeah, so I could see. Look, I could actually see. I know he's had injury issues, but I don't know what it is. I could actually see Liverpool making a play for Eze. I really could. He's got that homegrown factor as well. He's got a lot of things that go really well for him.
He's 26.
Yeah, he's 26. There's no. Yeah, he's at that age. I think there's room for this Liverpool board to buy that one of that kind of age range player, with the rest being younger.
I think you could get Quava for 60, 70 million. He's 22.
Crava will be reasonably priced.
I think he's got like 35 goals and 38 assists in like 80 odd games. Like seriously.
Yeah, these.
I mean, they are insane numbers. Like, and he's playing in a team which aren't really attacking that much. Like they're really not. Like,
and it's the reason I like Eze as well, guys. Where everyone's saying, "Do we need Eze?" Eze can play the 8, the 10, and left wing. He's extremely talented. That ball runner in midfield that can actually take players on, and we've seen it for Palace when he gets the ball in the middle park and he runs at players, takes them on, can go left and right, and it's very direct. Got a good shot on and good pass range. If you look at a lot of midfielders in our team right now, Gravenberch is meant to be good at it, but we haven't seen it yet. We don't know what Szoboszlai is great at the moment for Liverpool Football Club. Eze would come in for me and he could play in that midfield, man. Quite simply for me, or on the left wing area. He's that good. Obviously, his injuries are a worry, but I think unless it gets shot down in the next couple of days or week or so, or someone shoots it down, I think Eze's one we should maybe keep an eye out for. But I do think if Liverpool buy forward, it's not going to be an out-and-out striker. It's going to be a winger with pace. That's, I think, what they're looking at for that transition. I think Liverpool are very aware that Mo can't play forever.
The beauty about Rodrigo as well, like obviously I can see the Rodrigo love in there.
Yeah, he's quality.
His numbers are mental at Real Madrid, by the way. Like he scored over 100 goals for them, like in the last 4 years. He's still only 23. Like honestly, I think he's the best player for Brazil as well. By the way, he seems to be the one that does stuff with Brazil. He's been playing in the wrong position like his whole time because Vinny plays in his position. So he's been playing on the left, and Vinny plays on the right, and he plays on the right, so he can actually play left or right, and he can also play down the centre as well. By the way, he does a lot of centre forward stuff for Brazil. I just think he's just sensational. Like,
yeah, I'm with you,
and I
man.
think he works harder than Vinny. Like, I think he does more in the game, like tracking back. He's more involved in the play. And he's unsettled. Like, he's literally just had his breakout season where he was the star man. I thought he was better than Vinny last season, by the way, for Real Madrid.
Yeah, he was good, man. No doubt.
And he's just been dumped by the wayside because they've just signed Mbappe, who's going to go straight into where he plays.
Yeah, and
So
if you
he's now
saw
going to go back onto the bench.
And if you saw where Mbappe, the thing with Mbappe, if you looked at the way he played for France, they took more of the central role up than the wing area. But if Hendrick's coming in, Hendrick, I believe, is the number 9.
Yeah, he'll go straight into the 9. So you've basically got Rodrigo on the bench, and you've got Arda Güler as well, by the way, who I think he scored 5 goals in 10 games.
Yeah,
for Real Madrid, they've got some talent.
Madrid have got some talent, man. It's ridiculous.
Mental.
But I think Rodrigo. Look, I think if there's a Madrid striker that is forward that is available, Rodrigo would be available. It's if Liverpool are willing to push for that kind of transfer. I don't know. I think we'd all love them too.
Yeah.
I don't know what the state of play is, how they're looking at it, how they're thinking. That I think Liverpool
and then you've also got Musiala, by the way.
Musiala could be priced out for everyone if he carries on the way he's playing this tournament.
Yeah.
He could
really
be
interesting that they've signed a guy that does a lot of what Musiala does.
Yeah.
Is that because they know he's going because he's only got 1 year? I think he's got 2 years left on his contract. He's turned down his contract. He's not.
He's got 2 years on his deal, ain't he? He wants a monster.
Do they know they're going to cash in? Like I don't know.
I mean, if they keep him, Eze, Kane, and Musiala, and Sane, Coman, I think Kingsley Coman probably leave Munich. Sane, look, I've always said it. I'd love Leroy.
PSG are looking at Coman, aren't they?
PSG. Yeah. Wasn't he there before?
Yeah.
I'd love Leroy Sane. I think he's great, man. Stick it out the pep as well. Can you imagine? That'd be beautiful.
I'd tell you who I'd like, and the chat are probably aren't going to like it, but I'd probably have a go at the Man United reject. He went to Dortmund, played in the Champions League final.
Oh, Sancho.
Yeah, Jadon Sancho. He's available for 40 million.
Yeah, he is. Apparently, Dortmund can't afford it, can they? The problem is that I just don't feel Man United go directly you. Do you remember when Liverpool tried to buy Gabriel Heinze for Man United that time?
Yeah, I thought Man United were going to go on strike. Like the fans were going to go on strike, weren't they?
And Gabriel Heinze was up to going to Liverpool.
He wanted to go. He wanted to play for Benitez, didn't he?
And then Real Madrid came in, didn't they? And he sold them to Real Madrid. So they couldn't sell him to Liverpool, but Liverpool desperately wanted Gabriel Heinze. Yeah, he wanted to come, but it could never. So I think the only way you get Sancho is if he leaves to go somewhere else. You buy him after that a year or so later. But yeah, I hear you on that. I do hear you on that. Right, one more player, a couple more players been linked. So Calafiori. Now,
oh mate, that's a special player. Where did he come from?
Obviously, a lot. Now, this ain't just the Euros because people were bigging him up and I think K-Mac was talking about him before the Euros even started.
Yeah.
So people have been talking about him before the Euros started. He had a special season with Bologna where he helped them, I believe, get Champions League football next year.
Yep.
Juventus won him. But I believe I saw some things the other day where it said it looks like him to Juventus is almost a done deal. That apparently got told that was lies. That ain't actually
Can't afford it. Can't afford it.
Also, Bologna are pissed off at Juventus anyway.
Stole their manager.
If we want a centre back who can play in a full back area as well, he might be the guy. He's not going to be a lot. His transfer fee will probably be around that 50 mil mark. 40 mil mark. Before the Euro started, I believe he was rated around 25 mil, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Average not Liverpool's level player.
Have you watched him?
He's diamond, man. He's saying there.
He literally got Italy the equaliser by
saying that. Look, he's young, so he's going to make mistakes. But
yeah.
Like Mark says there, Calafiori is a young guy, and when you're Italian, you're a young guy. It's hard leaving Italy. But the thing is, though, he has mentioned that he'd like to leave them playing Premier League football. He almost went. Not a lot of people know this, but he almost went to Wolves at the beginning of last season.
Yeah, he did. The interesting thing about it, he's actually played abroad already.
Mm.
He played for Basel, so he's already played out of Italy. He made a name for himself at Basel.
I think he's
not specifically an Italian player. Like, if you really want to put it like that.
Yeah, I get what you mean. He's not like Chiellini. But what he does,
sometimes.
Yeah, he does. He does fill holes in our team. Now everyone's talking about left back for England, Liverpool. We've seen Robbo injured again. That's a real issue. I think we probably need to talk about. Rumours that Tsimikas might leave, and even Juventus are linked to Tsimikas. I think Tsimikas will probably go.
He'll get a good club.
Because he's a decent player.
Yeah, he is.
But the left back is an issue at Liverpool. Now, Liverpool, I know a report came out the other day saying Liverpool is not a centre back is not a priority for Liverpool. That's bullshit, by the way. And that's a bullshit because that same report a week before that said Liverpool's priority is the centre back this summer. So you got to remember when these reporters, they look at it on paper and go, "Oh, Liverpool have already got 4 centre backs. Is it really a priority?" That's how they feel, and that's how they think, and they write their set. Liverpool. Apparently, Fabrizio Romano said today that Liverpool informed Lille of Euros that they're interested in Euro. The Euro situation is a weird one because, by the look of it, he only wants to go around Madrid. But the problem is, Real Madrid don't know if they can afford the up. Real Madrid apparently only want to pay 25 million for him, and Lille want 40 million.
Yeah.
Apparently, Liverpool are willing to match the 40 million for him because they think he's a superstar and bring him to Liverpool. Euro wants to play for Real Madrid. but he also is not willing to wait another year to go for a free and wants to leave and get his things sorted out this summer. I don't think he'll turn Liverpool down if the transfer gets accepted, knowing that Real Madrid ain't going to come in for him.
But he knows they will.
But I think the problem
He
is
knows they'll come in for him.
If Liverpool make a transfer bid for Euro, I think Madrid just bite their tongue and just make a bigger offer and go for him, which I believe Liverpool want to do because it frees them up to get Calafiori. I think Liverpool are playing like this game at the moment. I think they're playing this game at the moment because I see people online going, why Liverpool embarrassing himself going for a player that doesn't want to come, to go for Real Madrid. So I think Liverpool playing this game. And can I put this to everyone first as well, guys? Everyone keeps saying we're going for a player that we know wants to go in Real Madrid, who's a highly class footballer, to show intent that it's a FSG PR stunt. I need to tell everyone right now, people don't know what a PR stunt is. If getting rejected and knowing you're getting rejected is a shittiest PR stunt you could imagine because it makes you look foolish. What I think, and he's not an expensive transfer, guys. It's not like he's 110 million quid. He's a transfer fee that Liverpool pay for players. I think Liverpool use it in a way that they will make Real Madrid up the price so they can drop out and go and get their real intent, which is for me, Calafiori. How do you feel about that, K-Mac?
The thing about the Lenny Yoro thing is this kind of stinks of a Camavinga transfer. Yeah. If you remember that one, Camavinga was worth like 50, 60 million. Real Madrid got him for like 22 million in the end or something. Because what they did is they went round and told everybody that they're signing him, and then everybody thought they were signing him.
Yeah.
And then they didn't sign him. And then he left it right to the end until Rennes couldn't. I saw it was Lens or Rennes, I think it was. Didn't have any suitors. Like no one had bidded for him, so they had to take the low ball, or he was leaving on a free. I think they're going to do the same. I think they're going to do the same with Yoro.
I think
he wants to go to Real Madrid. Like I don't want us trying to sign players who want to go to other clubs.
No, and I don't think they've
leave it alone.
I don't think Liverpool what. Look, if Euro actually turned around and go, yeah, all right, fuck it, I'll go to you. All right, cool.
Where's he playing?
So, did you hear what a lot of the reporters have said about Euro? So, a lot of reporters are talking about him like he's a big get for Premier League teams because of age and marketability and things like that. It's not just about this. It's that people are buying him for, looking at him for. Because Euro's a young guy. Is he much better than Kwanzaa right now? I don't know because I haven't watched him play, so I can't sit here and say those sort of things. But I think Liverpool got him. He's for the future. He could even be loaned back. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how Liverpool are looking at it. I don't expect Liverpool to buy him. If there's a defender Liverpool go buy at the moment, I think it might be Calafiori. I don't even know if Liverpool buy him either. I don't know. I really don't know. It could be a defender that came from absolutely nowhere. But Liverpool are very good at using smoke screens for players that they got more intent in buying. It's just putting another team off that scent and making them bid for another player so they have a more free run getting the player they actually want.
The thing about Liverpool right now, and this is the bit that makes me think that we are probably going to sign some players, but we just can't sign them because they're actually playing in the Euros. I think there's quite a few players that we're probably looking at that are in the Euros and in the Copa America, and we can't get any business done because all of those things are still ongoing. And our director of football and manager didn't start until those tournaments kicked off. So that's probably not an easy thing to get done. But I do think we're probably going to get Edison because Edison's gone completely quiet. Nobody's even talking about him now. He was linked with everybody not long ago. He's gone quiet completely, by the way. So I think that's done, and that makes sense. The Lenny Yoro one, we probably were looking at him, and then Real Madrid have just come in, and we've just gone, okay, like lick our wounds. Sometimes we're not gonna get these players. And then the Calafiore one, we were probably looking at him when he was at Bologna, because I'm pretty sure Richard Hughes tried to sign him for Bournemouth the year before.
Yeah, he knows him quite well.
So he knows
Yeah,
him. So he would have come straight in and gone, oh, we need someone on that side. Well, I'll tell you what, there's a guy that I tried to sign last year. He's just had a really good season at Bologna. They've gone through the data. Now they're looking at him at the Euros and they're going, oh, crap, we're going to have to pay a lot more for him now.
Yeah,
but it is what it is.
It is what it is. And look, I think Liverpool go buy players with summer market.
I think we'll get 3.
I think it'd be 3, 4 if we need to go and get a goalkeeper, maybe. But at this moment, I feel like Liverpool will buy a centre back, a midfielder, and a forward. I think that's the 3 areas they're looking at.
We're looking to get in 83 million in sales as well, by the way.
Yeah, a lot of players.
Diaz.
Yeah, exactly. So players got to be moving.
And we've also got 193 million transfer money that we don't need to declare because of the FFP thing. So that's a big kitty. It's a big kitty. Yeah,
and also a lot of clubs are waiting until the 1st of July as well, because the thing rolls over, don't it?
Spot on. Marina Sari's just wrote that in the chat as well. Archie Gray's gone quiet.
Look, I'd love
Archie Gray's gone quiet.
If Liverpool decided to go for Archie Gray instead of Ederson, I ain't going to complain.
I'm not going to complain either.
Archie Gray's stupid good. Stupid good. He's got a bright future, man. And look, that's probably they're looking at that talent. And it was very gettable. Very gettable. Calafiore, Walton and Bakayoko win the league. Win. Look, if you get a centre-back to go with Virgil, Kanate, and Kwanzaa, and maybe Gomez as your, can play anywhere around the back 4. And you got Conor Bradley and Trent, and then you got Tsimikas and Robbo. Although I think Tsimikas will leave, and then the centre back. I've got a feeling the centre back Liverpool go by can play fullback.
Yeah, Calafiore. Well, if you just look at the profile, you've got Hincapié, you've got Inacio, you've got Pancho.
They're all centre back fullbacks, aren't they? Yeah.
Yes, and all centre back fullbacks. Calafiore, all centre back fullbacks. The only one that isn't, by the way, is Lenny Yoro.
Yeah, he's I've seen him
right-sided centre back.
I was saying it with Lenny Yoro that they might be looking at him as the Virgil replacement, and that's why they might be going for him.
They might be looking at him as the Kanate replacement.
Yeah, I mean Kanate needs to sort of
remember injury-prone players.
Yeah,
it was a big thing on the list.
I'd love it. I think 3 of these players are going to come in. Look, the goalkeeping situation is interesting as well, because Kelleher, if Liverpool get the transfer fee they want for him, by the way,
million.
Which is going up every week, because look, Liverpool are not stupid. They're looking at James Trafford. James Trafford could be going for 30 million. Yeah. And they're looking at that and going, Kelleher's better than James Trafford, so why are we asking for less than James Trafford? So if they don't get the money, and Kelleher's on small contract as well, I can see where Liverpool go, look, no one's coming for you. We can't let you go for nothing. But if you stay, we're going to reward you and give you a big deal. We're going to give you a big contract. Like, we're going to give you 2 more years added on. We're going to give you a massive pay increase. And I think he takes it, because I don't think Kelleher's... If no one comes in for Kelleher to match the price Liverpool want, I don't think Kelleher's going to go, right, I think he'd be happy to stay and play his part. I think Liverpool would have to give him a bit of motivation, incentive, and just go, look, go boost up your contract a little bit, give you a little bit added on. We know you wanted to leave
these games.
Yeah, we know you wanted to leave. No one matched you. You got to understand our point of view. We can't just let you walk out the door for a value you're not undervaluing you. You're a quality goalkeeper. If you're going to leave, you're going to be a number 1 goalkeeper for something. That's how Liverpool looking at it. They're looking at it and thinking, if Kelleher leaves, he's going to be a number one somewhere. Why are you going to sell a goalkeeper that's going to be number one in a Premier League team for really cheap? It makes no sense.
No. Well, we've got the adults back in the building now, and it looks like a minimum price for anybody is 20 million.
Yeah,
it's like 20 million, and then maybe we can have a conversation.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a starting block, isn't it?
Yeah, starting point. The interesting thing is as well, and I'll say this on here because I can see a lot of people talking about Calafiore. If you're not watching Calafiore and you're not thinking he looks like Matip, he looks like Matip. Like, he is so calm on the ball, so composed, like really, really dominant, like in the air as well. Put him next to Virgil van Dijk. I mean, you're not getting anything past them. Like, I think he is absolutely sensational. I really do. And if you're going to play a slot system where your left back is basically a centre back because your right back will invert a lot, which is what Gertrude did. And they had Hancho as their left-sided player for Feyenoord. You put Calafiore there, he can just tuck in. Like, he makes great runs anyway. You've seen him like breaking through the lines. You put him in, I think he's absolutely unbelievable. Have you seen his passing as well? His long passing.
Yeah,
like, if you haven't checked him out, have a look at I think it's Penalcare. Is it Penalcare? The YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, I know the one you're on about. Yeah, I'll get on the one.
Check out the Calafiore show he's done, and he shows his long passing. His long passing is unbelievable. It's like Virgil's. You basically got a replacement for Virgil in the future. You really have.
And you got two weapons you can use there at the back.
Oh man, he is unreal.
Slot likes to play it from the back as well. And if you've got players
if anyone waxes lyrical about Calafiore, it's Hussein.
Yeah.
He goes mental about him.
Yeah.
Hussein.
Yeah, Calafiore or Virgil with their pass to the belly, playing out from the back. Oh. You know, and if Trent's playing right back, that's a weapons you got at the back straight away. From a building point of view. It's a player I'd like. Liverpool haven't been linked to a lot of defenders. Calafiore keeps coming up. Euro's the one. I just don't know what's happening now. I do think it's a smoke screen. I think Liverpool playing a game there. I just don't know. Like, I know Liverpool being value, like looking at Mark Gueye. Like, the Gueye one I get because it gives you that homegrown quota. He's a very good Premier League defender. And he's doing bits for England right now. I personally think Crystal Palace will ask the world for him, by the way. I think Palace will. Yeah, and
Liverpool.
I think Palace will
don't like short centre backs.
Yeah, and I think Palace will just it's going to cost a lot of money. I wouldn't be surprised if he went to Chelsea.
All the centre backs we're looking at, they're all plus 6'2".
Yeah, Calafiore over 6 foot, or Euro's big. Yeah, they're all big. Yeah, he's correct. That's a good point. Yeah, Josh, big up, man. Exactly. And Matip best run for you. Yeah, he's a good player, man.
He's banned as well. He's banned for the game.
Yeah, he's a decent. Look, if Liverpool got a proper midfielder in, and got another forward to go with the players that we've already got at the club, bloody good squad, if you ask me. But yeah, I think Liverpool only do goalkeeper search if Kelleher goes. Obviously, big up Adrian, going to Real Betis. You know, whatever anyone wants to say getting back at Adrian, here's what I'm going to say about Adrian, is that, yeah, he weren't great. Right. But what I will say about him, he seemed like a great guy.
Yeah, he did.
He looked great for the morale of the football team, behind the scenes, for the players. Everyone speaks really well about him. You never hear anything bad coming out of the club about him. He's never got a bad word to say against anyone. And he looked like a decent guy. And also, how can you not rate a man hiring out a football stadium to show off his medals? I mean, and he's never won medals. Everyone forgets this. He's never won an honour until he came to Liverpool. So, you know, he's got a Premier League medal, a Super Cup medal, a World Club Championship medal.
Charity Shield.
Yeah, the FA Cup, League Cup.
Yeah,
the man. I love Adrian. I love him, man. And he contributed. But let's not sit here and pretend he just sat there all say,
he
that.
saved our bacon for one season because he was the only guy that was fit.
Yeah, that Premier League winning season when he joined,
He
everyone
had to come
forgets.
straight in. No one
Came
thought he was going
straight
to
in.
play.
I think he played 10 Premier League games in a row before Alisson came back.
He conceded any goals.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
we did have prime Virgil Gomez at the back then. But yeah, big up Alisson. Much love to the man. Much love, Adrian.
At the end of the day, I think if you do a bit of research into Adrian, I think he was also a goalkeeper coach. I think he was doing a lot of other things.
Yeah.
He's also keeping Salah happy because he's Salah's mate. It's what it is. Like 37, he's not played in. I think he played like one game in like 3 years or something.
Yeah.
Like, see you later. Like, go and have a great career, finishing at the club that you started at in Betis.
Yeah,
You might get
great
to
for
play
him,
some
man.
games. Good for you, mate.
Good for him. Good for him. Who did Liverpool have as their number 3? Now, obviously, you got Jaros there. He's only got a year left in his deal.
I think it could be the other Polish guy because we've rejected a bid.
Yes.
Another Polish goalkeeper. We've rejected a bid from Portugal for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it could be him.
It could be. Could be.
Jaros could be going to Pep's club.
Everyone's going to Pep's club, man.
Everyone's going to Pep's.
Who else is it? Tyler Morton. So, Tyler Morton. No, Tyler Morton has got a lot of admirers. RB Leipzig really want like Tyler Morton.
Seville
want Tyler Morton. How much did Liverpool get for Tyler Morton, K-Mac?
Not 20 million.
That's the asking price, ain't it? I think too much.
Maybe 15, 16. It's pure profit as well, by the way. He cost us nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's a really good player, by the way. I've got nothing bad to say about Tyler Morton. Had a great season with Hull. I think he's a great player. We've got too many midfielders who play as 8s, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Elliott's in front of him. Curtis Jones in front of him. McAllister's in front of him.
Curtis is back up next season by the looks of it.
Yeah, Szoboszlai, wherever he's going to play, might be in front of him.
Yeah.
Gravenberch, I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know about Grav. But that's the Grav one's up in the air at the moment, but you'd still feel like Gravenberch is probably in front of him as well. It makes sense for him. Like, clubs want him. He's obviously a talent. He's obviously done really well wherever he's gone on loan. People are talking about him. Agents are saying like this kid's actually pretty good. He can do bits. He's playing more in the 8 now than he was when he was younger. When he was playing the DM, playing a bit further forward. He's tall. He can tackle. He's got a pass on him. He can run with the ball. He's defensively sound. Yeah, I think a move would be good for him. It frees up that area of midfield that Liverpool need to free up as well. That we spoke about a few times. Like, if Liverpool want to get this DM in, they do need to free up a bit of room. So, yeah, that makes sense to me. And Endo, man, Mataro Endo coming out with quotes yesterday about this number 6 position.
I need a rest.
Yeah, that's basically what that says.
I can't do it all on my own.
Well, big up my man Endo. And as I said, Endo will be a perfect squad player next season. I've got no problem with Endo staying.
We've also got Stefan Bajcetic as well, by the way.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I've missed him out.
We got a shitload of midfield.
We got a shitload of midfielders, mate. That's why Tyler Morton can.
We have got a lot of midfielders. Endo, Stefan, Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott.
You've got two guys. You've got two guys that played last season for us as well in Bobby Clark and McConnell.
Yeah,
they played in midfield last season.
I've got a feeling Bobby Clark might go to Salzburg on loan.
Yeah, I think they'll both get.
Yeah, because apparently Salzburg want Bobby Clark on loan for a year, don't they? Which I think for Bobby Clark makes sense. Goes to Austria, plays under someone he knows in Pep Linders, has a year out there, develops his game. I'm all right with that.
I think he might go to Norwich, though. By the way,
what
Bobby Clark?
That'd be a good deal for him as well. I like that as well.
You just look at the clubs that we're linked with loans now. There's so much difference now. Look at all the clubs that are looking at our players, all the links to the transfers.
Or did we get our loan manager back?
When did this ever happen under Jurgen? Like, seriously. Like, you don't have all these clubs linked with all these players and all these loans to top clubs. You've got the adults back in the room now. They've only been there a couple of months. The future's bright.
Yeah.
It really is.
Oh, it certainly is, man. It certainly is. I think that's why all the rumours transfer-wise at the moment, unless anyone can else think of one. I can't think of any other transfer rumours at the moment. That's about it there. Before we leave, guys, Arne Slot's interview came out. I ain't spoken to you. Did you watch it?
Yeah, it was good.
What do you think of it, man?
Yeah, I liked it. It was obviously staged, and he obviously knew what questions he was going to be asked.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I'm all right with that, yeah.
I like the fact that he was respectful to Jurgen. I like the fact that he kind of told us that he's happy with the role and what he's actually doing. It was also the fact that he basically said that he's been working for ages and he's been on the phone to Hughes a lot, which is great. And he also announced that we're getting some really good goalkeeping coach who could be our third choice goalkeeper, by the way, because he's only 33.
The Borussia Mönchengladbach coach, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a baby, ain't he? He can actually still play. It's mad.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, and some of the stuff he said, like, I just really rate some of the things he said. Look, a lot of people say, well, he hasn't got the personality of Klopp. No one has. Like, who you go find? You know, that's impossible. I just thought he came across well. I like it.
Don't you think Jurgen Klopp looks about 10 years younger, by the way?
Oh, he does, don't he? He's enjoying his life, man.
That's what Liverpool does to you.
All I'm seeing Klopp doing at the moment is going out and he's just on Instagram and going out. That's all he's doing. He's like enjoying life, man. But look, no one's going to be as charismatic Klopp. I mean, that's just the way it is, yeah.
But I love the fact that I think Jurgen got more followers on Instagram in like one day than Man City have got.
Yeah.
Something mad like that, wasn't it?
It's madness. But look, Pep Guardiola's not charismatic, guys, but he's the best manager in world football. So, but he's the best. But he's the best of the best. You know, I don't need my manager to be charismatic. I just need him to win. So,
Pep Guardiola wears a £1 million watch. Have you seen that?
He also wears a £1 million cardigan every fucking summer as well. That bloody cardigan he wears. Come on, man. Just turning up in skinny jeans and the cardigan for football is hilarious.
Those alpacas have been raised specially for that.
Yeah,
that cardigan wool.
The poor alpacas. What is Arne Slot going to be? Is he going to be a tracksuit manager or a suit manager? I'm trying to remember what he was for Feyenoord. What was he for Feyenoord?
I think he was suit. No, he wasn't suit. He was like casual.
Was he cash?
He was like smart casual.
Was he Arteta and Pep?
I think he was smart casual.
Smart cash.
I don't know what the dress code is now.
No.
Saying that though, he did rock up in his training kit, which looked a bit too tight.
Well, they said they just got it out, didn't they?
Well, didn't have his name on, did it? So like,
yeah.
It looked like he had Jurgen's old trainers on.
Yeah, I love that place. I want to go there. See all the gear they had.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
All the trainers and everything. I was like, yeah, can I just
Aladdin's cave, innit?
I took a couple of
and all of that.
You know,
next year, all of that will be Adidas.
Yeah, mad, ain't it? Absolutely mad. It is. Yeah. But look, we're happy. Everyone, everything's going well at the moment. Transfers are going to be dry because we've got the Euros. It's just the way it is at the moment. Unless you're Chelsea and you're buying a player from Barcelona for $3.5 million who's only ever played 70 minutes of professional football. I mean, what's that about?
Or you're paying 35 million for some 17-year-old that Chelsea are never going to see.
Yeah, I mean, what's that
Brazil.
about? What? Come on. What?
Is.
So this guy from Barcelona
under the table, basically helping each other's FFP.
This guy they bought from Barcelona for $3.5 million has only played 70 minutes in La Liga. You're telling me you had no one in your youth team that could have just done that job?
It's weird, isn't it?
It's fucking mental. It's mental. But yeah, no real big transfers go proper happen. I wouldn't think till after the Euros and Copa are finished. But look, when there's rumours, guys, we're bringing the rumours because that's what we do. We're a Liverpool channel, and we've got to bring you something to talk about in these dark summer times.
Yeah.
But guys, thank you very much for joining me and K-Mac yet again on another Liverpool Roundup show. We do appreciate, guys. Don't forget to go and subscribe to my man K-Mac. Go and subscribe to him now. Go and put likes on his videos. Get his videos popping. Leave comments on videos. Help him out. Get the algorithm for him and pop up his videos, guys. I'd appreciate that.
Big up, big up. I've done some transfer shows over the last couple of days, so
go and check them out, guys.
One of them.
Go and check them out. So, guys, we're out of here. Good night, everyone. Sleep well. Bye-bye.
Bye.